Hello everybody, my name is Josep Lambies, I'm a film critic and professor, and I'm here to introduce the screening of Tenéis que venir a verla. You have to come and see it, a movie with a very catchy and compelling title, directed by Jonás Trueba, currently one of the most interesting filmmakers in Spanish independent cinema. Why is that so? Well, this is what I will try to point out now, but first let me provide you with some background. Jonás Trueba comes from a well-established lineage of filmmakers known as the Trueba family. Let's take as an example his father, Fernando Trueba, who got a Hollywood Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Picture back in 1992 for a movie named Belle Époque, a bright and bucolic comedy set in the early 1930s, at the beginning of the Spanish Republic, a golden period in our history right before the Civil War. His uncle, David Trueba, also a filmmaker as well as a very popular writer, caught the eye of the audience in 1996 with a youth comedy tender and cute as La Buena Vida, The Good Life, that had a follow-up in 2018 in Casi 40, Almost 40, a movie where the same characters reunited after 22 years to start a road trip together. Jonás Trueba, the last descendant of this prolific lineage, shows here and there the influence of his predecessors. At the same time, his cinema feels very personal, very unique. All his movies seem to be accidentally connected with one another, among other things because they are all played by the same group of actors, who happen to be Jonás Trueba's friends, and they all form a kind of a big family. The stories may change, their characters may have different names, but there seems to be a strange sense of continuity from one film to the next. Let's take as an example the movie right before you have to come and see it, La Virgen de Agosto, the August Virgin. The story of a girl from Madrid, Eva, played by Itxaso Arana, who one summer decides not to go on vacation and stays in the city to see what happens. And there, one hot night, crossing one of Madrid's bridges, she meets a boy, played by Vito Sanz, and they fall in love.
Perdona, que te moleste, es que...
In the film you're about to see today, you have to come and see it, a movie shot during the COVID pandemic. As you can tell from the use of the face masks, Vito Sanz and Itxaso Arana, the boy and girl who fell in love in the August Virgin, have become a couple. I would even dare to say that they form a somewhat wary couple, affected by routine, or perhaps simply having made peace with monotony.
Ahí seguimos.
After you have to come and see it, Jonás Trueba made another movie that was presented at the Cannes Film Festival in the 2024 edition and won the Best European Film Award at the Director's Fortnight. Its title, Volveréis, the other way around in its English version, presents Itxaso Arana and Vito Sanz again, but this time as a couple who, after several years of living together, decide to break up. And the entire film takes place during the time they prepare a separation party, which is, let's say, a kind of a reverse wedding.
Como lloraba mi corazón, solita por la...
As you can see, even if they have different names, the characters in these three films are mysteriously related. Their stories flow from one movie to the next. You have to keep in mind that we're dealing with this kind of cinema where apparently nothing happens and yet everything is happening. This is the case with You Have to Come and See It, a beautiful movie whose beauty lies in the rhythm of the conversations. Conversations about books, philosophy, art, or life itself. The movie is divided in two parts. It takes place in two different times. one cold winter night and a bright, sunny summer day. Here we feel Jonás Trueba's admiration for a great French filmmaker, Éric Rohmer, for whom we know the perception of time and the passing of seasons was always a recurring topic. Films like Clara's Knee, The Collector, or A Summer's Tale could be among some of the inspirations for the film that you are about to watch. Although it is not my intention to spoil anything for you, I would like to mention the ending of You Have to Come and See It, which mirrors the ending of another movie, Taste of Cherry, one of the best-known films by Iranian filmmaker Abbas Kiarostami, winner of the Palme d'Or at Cannes back in 1997. Its plot doesn't have anything to do with You Have to Come and See It. It deals, in fact, with a man who wants to commit suicide. But it concludes in a very curious way, with an open ending that dissolves into a series of images of the film's crew, where we see the actor on a break, the sound technician, the camera operator, and even the director, Kiarostami himself. Keep the images that you have just seen in mind. How does Jonás Trueba reproduce them at the ending of You Have to Come and See It? Well, this is something that you will have to find out for yourselves. Thanks for listening and enjoy the screening.